What's going on, Jerome's Undisclosed Location podcast, and all of this stuff about Lamar Jackson is out there. It's like, oh, all of the tea is getting spilled. Lamar saying that he requested a trade at the beginning of the month. The Ravens basically saying, we love Lamar, we want him back, but I think there's 0% chance that he's a Raven this season. I think he's going to get traded, but the question is where. And, of course, it always comes back to the Vikings. And you see the odds for Lamar's next team, and the Vikings have steadily gotten shorter and shorter odds, aka that means it's more likely. So in the eyes of the sports books, but could it happen? Could it happen? We've talked about before that take a swing at getting your future franchise quarterback. You keep drafting a quarterback until you find the guy. Lamar Jackson has already shown that he is the guy. Now, you can point to his playoff record, you can do this, that, and the other thing, but he single-handedly has dragged the Ravens to relevance over and over and over again throughout his career. He's a former NFL MVP. He's only 26. Yes, his style is unorthodox. Is he going to be a viable NFL quarterback when he's 32, 33 years old? Probably not. But you do have this beautiful 4, 5, 6, 7-year window where he is one of the ultimate offensive weapons in the league. And by the way, he led the league in touchdown pass in 2019, so don't tell me that he can't throw. And all of the blame for the Ravens' inept at times passing game gets put on Lamar. But you look at the weapons that they brought in throughout the years. Also, what's amazing is this is how tone deaf and obtuse the Ravens front office is. So first off, you don't pay Lamar, just like all the other quarterbacks are getting paid. And then he requests a trade on March 2nd. And the only move you make in free agency with some of these receivers flying around is you sign Nelson Aguilar. Really? Right. So you don't sign Jacoby Myers. You don't even sign Juju. You don't get Chark. You don't get Thielen. You get Nelson friggin' Aguilar. And that's supposed to make him be like, all is forgiven. All the weapons are in place. No, it's ridiculous. But mechanics-wise, how would this work for the Vikings? Well, I think Kirk would have to be involved in the trade. Now, I don't know if it would be a direct Kirk to Baltimore with a couple of firsts or a first and some other change for Lamar. Would the Ravens want to do that with a 35-year-old quarterback? Maybe. Or would Kirk go somewhere else? I mean, even though San Francisco is pretty cluttered right now, Brock Purdy coming off that UCL, Trey Lance coming off that ankle, and then they signed Sam Darnold for whatever reason. Or, I mean, does Kirk go somewhere else around the league? Is Kirk the backup plan with the Jets just in case the stalemate with Aaron Rodgers doesn't pan out? Don't really know. But I think it's unlikely. And even though we see how awesome and amazing for a couple of seasons the Vikings and Lamar Jackson be, how dangerous would that offense be? And I understand, it's well, Justin Jefferson would say no. Lamar has never played with a receiver the caliber of Justin Jefferson. They could work things out. They certainly could. Right? But part of me wants, hey, just go into the draft, take your quarterback, and you'll have 10, 15 years, unless you take Hooker or Levis because they're old, of high-level quarterback play if they hit. All right, where Lamar is a guy that you know is good, a guy that you know can consistently play at NFL MVP later, a guy that you know can carry your franchise like he's dragged the Ravens along for the last couple of years. But it's a finite shelf life because he is already 26 and his style of play probably isn't conducive to playing into your mid or late 30s like some of the other quarterbacks. So it would be a gamble, but like I said, if you're not gambling, you're not living. No gamble, no future, and just go from there. So either way, I think Kwesi has set things up where they're clearly going to be going for their future franchise quarterback, whether it's the off chance that it's Lamar, whether it's the more likely spot where they trade around in the draft and go get their guy. But it's exciting times, man. It really is. But let us know your thoughts and our thoughts. Lamar Jackson, Vikings, ? Let us know in the comment section below.